Hello and welcome to Winter Disco Tabletop Gaming. In this video, we are putting together Yndrasta the Celestial Spear from the new Dominion box. This is a push fit, easy to build type model, although it's a little bit fiddly, particularly around this section. You can see here that the leg is a little weird at the top. It doesn't quite go around. So I thought, you know what, let's cut the pins off. We'll see how we go. Cutting the pins off, not the best idea. What you want to do is angle it in a strange way and push it in from behind so you can get the leg up around the knee. It's hard to explain, but as soon as you pick the piece up, you'll see how that goes. And then it goes in perfectly well. There's a tiny little gap there, but honestly, you don't even notice it. Once it's sprayed up, you wouldn't even notice a thing. Then we've got the little knee pad that you just stick in. Again, you don't need glue for this because this is a push fit, and for the remainder of the box, for a lot of the models at least, I didn't use any glue. There was no need to, but I just like to secure it in. This little bit here down the bottom is a little bit of a pain. It doesn't go in correctly. As much as I tried, you can see you've got the pegs there. That just does not go in. You've got to almost angle it around a weird way. So stupidly, I cut off the pegs. Bad mistake. Don't do that. And ended up having to glue it. You know, it was a lot of trial and error to try and get it in place and get it to stick there. But you can see there's a lot of points that you put the glue on to get it to stay. So eventually it does stay. But like I said, try not to cut the pegs, particularly the longer one. But if you do, just cut off a tiny, tiny little bit just to get it in there so you can sort of push it in there. And I still think the glue is going to be useful in this part. But again, you probably don't need to use it if you're smart about it, which I was not. Now I've got the front of the body. You'll probably notice that the angle is weird. It doesn't seem to go in correct, and I thought I'll just pull out another peg, and that's fine. For this one, it was okay. Once you've got it in the right spot, it just sits there, and you'll see in a second, I'll just put a whole bunch of glue in, and it does make it stay in. And with all the models in Dominion, and particularly this model, once you've got the piece in the right spot, it just stays there, even without the pegs. And you can see this is where I'm putting the glue in, just flooding the area a bit. You're not going to see any of this, but it's really just to weld it all together. I forgot to film the separate parts for here, but this is why I've put the part numbers on each of the screens. So we've got the stairs now. Again, another issue where it doesn't seem to go in perfectly until you get it in the right spot, which isn't always clear. Where the instructions have it going in at a certain angle, on the model itself, it doesn't quite go in. And you can see under the stairs and where the stairs join the wall, it doesn't quite match up. So putting some glue in here as well, just to shore it all up and just let it dry up. But again, if you're careful enough with it, you generally don't need to, but I did find with that particular part, it was definitely helpful. Then we've got the head and the spear itself. This slots in really easily. This is where I was starting to really get the hang of it, and this starts to go on for the whole box as well for Dominion. They're all push fit, easy to build. I finally got in the right headspace. Then we have this giant piece on the back, which I wish was separate. I could imagine the cape being separate to this big tree. It's okay. It does mean that you can't really paint the model herself. You've got to like stick it on, but it's a really interesting piece. This giant tree at the back, and it just sort of sticks into the base. Didn't bother gluing it on, and you get this extra bit just to add a bit of interest there and cover up that little hole. And finally, the two wings. So here we are. It really is a good model. I actually have it on my desk. I'm gonna leave it there for a while because it is such a interesting, well-posed model. Like, you have these giant protective wings that almost surround her. These awesome new weapon designs as well, like with the spear and the sword. Really think this is a great model, and as you can see, I did make a few mistakes putting it together. I think a little bit of glue is useful in the model itself, but obviously you don't really need to do it. So let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm a fan. That's it, I'm out of here. I will see you in another video, so thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.